Alright, hello and welcome back to some Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm still a bit sick. I was going to record Kane's Wrath, Command and Conquer. But I totally forgot I didn't have it downloaded. So, whoops. I'm gonna try recording this again with my TV. I just reset my computer before doing this. So it's good and fresh and ready to go. Hopefully the frame drops won't happen. But if they do happen, I'll definitely know it's apparently going to be just a bit too much to have the TV going at the same time. Yeah.
Hey, Ryder. Captain just called me Pathfinder.
You can do all the talky again, okay.
Just take a deep breath.
This should have been my father's moment.
But now it's yours. You just need to decide what
Hold
you're
on.
gonna do with it.
Where do I start? I'm just not sure I'm ready.
We weren't ready to fall out of the sky on Habitat 7. But we survived that.
Right. So, always keep a jump jet handy.
So I have no idea how long each episode individually is going to be. What the fuck? You're fucking joking. I think a spider just came down my nose. What the fuck? What the fuck? Where the fuck did that come from? Well, that's got me a bit paranoid a little. That's a tiny ass fucking spider literally landed on my nose and then walked down it a little. And I thought it was like a bit of hair falling off my head. Oh, that was fucking weird, man. That was fucking weird.
It'll be nice to see some
I
familiar
swear,
faces this time.
spiders have a death
The
wish
Nexus runs a support
when it
group,
comes to my
just
room.
enough to finish building the station and provide safe harbor for the arcs.
Means we can start waking our people up.
Spiders about the size of your thumbnail. They just occasionally come down in front of
You're
me,
expecting one.
wanting me to kill them.
After what we've been through, I could use a buzz.
We all could.
I swear, a spider comes in my room just to
Rough
die.
night so far.
We'll bounce back. Real
Pissing me
quick,
off a bit.
shower or just ahead.
I'm sorry, where are you people? Oh, you're behind me.
Here we are.
I still feel like shit, but
I don't see any champagne.
I suddenly feel better
Where is everybody?
than I did.
Welcome to the Nexus, gateway to Andromeda. I'm Avina, a virtual intelligence designed to assist you with immigration.
Can you tell us where the welcome party is hiding?
I'm sorry, my code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations. Please select from the following pre-programmed responses.
What year is it?
The current year is 2819. After spending over 600 years in stasis, it's normal to feel disoriented or confused upon arrival. Our helpful medical staff can assist with any physical or psychological after effects you may be experiencing.
Well, she's got the date right, at least.
So where is everyone? What is the Nexus?
The Nexus serves as the central hub for the Andromeda Initiative's colonization efforts. It is the first destination for all colonists upon their arrival in the new galaxy. Please enjoy the many venues the Nexus has to offer. As the station expands, it will one day serve as the seat of government for Milky Way colonists. Providing a safe, stable, and prosperous environment is our primary goal.
Not from the looks of it.
Yeah, let's go with living arrangements.
Where do colonists live?
Once you've cleared immigration, our helpful staff will home world of your dreams. Will it be the tropical paradise of Habitat 7, the gentle rolling hills of Habitat 3, or perhaps the mysterious twilight world of Habitat 5? Which
Oh, that sounds nice.
Rest assured, our Pathfinders have
Twilight
carefully
5.
vetted all colony worlds to ensure your security and prosperity.
Oh boy.
Habitat 7. That's where we landed. She's way out of date.
What can you tell me about the Andromeda Galaxy?
Here in Andromeda, you are over 2 million light years away from the Milky Way galaxy.
Well, yeah.
This is the furthest any life form has ever traveled outside our home system, making you a brave pioneer indeed. The Nexus itself is located in a region known as the Helios Cluster. Here, you and thousands of your fellow colonists will fulfill your dreams of settling a new home. Fortune awaits.
Alright. I don't think we need to know
That's
about
all.
immigration,
It
so.
has been my pleasure. And well, current wait time
Oh.
for immigration processing is unknown error.
Right. That was helpful.
Probably was a bit I shouldn't have skipped there. Oh well.
Well, this can't be right.
It's like everything's on standby.
If it's a surprise party, they're doing an awfully good job of it. There's a guy. Maybe he's got champagne.
Hi there. We're from Ark Hyperion, and wondering where everybody went.
Did he hear you?
Did you say an arc?
This is the Nexus, right? Pretty sure we parked in the right place.
And for what it's worth, your VI over there could use an update.
Of course, I'm sorry. It's just, we thought you were all dead.
What?
Or captured, or lost in dark space, or... But you're here. You have no idea how much this means.
Clearly not.
Believe it.
Yeah, my favorite Turian on the Nexus.
I'm Tyrion Kandros. I lead our militia on the Nexus.
I'm Ryder. This is Cora Harper and Liam Costa, part of the Pathfinder team.
I'm sorry for the confusion. Our sensors told us an arc had arrived, but Helios is notorious for scrambling equipment. We thought you were just another malfunction.
But aren't you expecting us?
You're the first arc we've seen. After a year of waiting and no sign of the others, we shuttered this area and stopped looking.
You've been stranded for a whole year?
Longer. I'll fill you in on the way to Op Center. Everything that could go wrong with our plan has. We arrived 14 months ago. Right away, we hit a band of dark energy.
Why
that
isn't
knocked
this
us off
just a
course.
cutscene?
We're familiar
Walking
with it.
through hallways and stuff.
And you'll know why we call it the Scourge. We lost whole sections of the station. A lot of people died. No
It'd make
power,
more sense
no
if it was
food.
just like a walking
Chaos went on
cutscene
for
to
months.
the elevator
Finally,
and
led
then
to
in
armed
the
rebellion.
elevator
When
across.
order was restored, the insurgents were banished. Exiles, we called them.
Although I guess this is easier to do.
Not even close. But you're here now, so maybe the worst is over.
No word from the other Pathfinders?
No word from anyone, period.
Any threats from the locals?
So far, we've stayed here. We're here.
You guys go ahead. I'll check out the security situation.
You should know our command structure has been fractured. Some of us are filling in for leaders who died.
Is it true?
They said drop everything and report for duty.
And no one was expecting an arc to finally show up.
Docking procedures are green across the board.
Stand by to merge Hyperion power into the grid.
The crew of the Hyperion.
Good luck.
I'm Jaren Tan, director of the initiative. You have no idea how much your arrival means to us.
We've heard about what happened, and we're ready to help.
We could use any supplies you have. Food, water, we're short on everything.
This is Foster Addison. She oversees colonial affairs.
And she's a bitch.
Where's the Pathfinder?
You're looking at her.
You're not Alec Ryder.
My father's dead. He made me his successor.
Alec is dead. Please understand, the entire initiative is at risk. None of the Golden Worlds panned out. They're a bust, and there's been no word from the other arcs.
What happened to them?
Unknown. Our supplies are nearly depleted. Rationing bought us some time, but even that's running out.
We need to find more resources. But that takes people. And we can't wake them up.
Until they have somewhere to live. A golden world.
Now more than ever, we need a Pathfinder.
It now falls to you, Ryder. Are you up to the task?
You're in trouble here. I'd say you need any help you can get.
We need qualified help.
Bitch.
That's no way to treat a guest.
Yeah.
I'm Nak Morkesh, superintendent of this station. Hope they haven't scared you off already.
It's nothing personal, but now isn't the time for on-the-job training.
At least the Pathfinder here seems willing to try. We could use a fresh perspective.
You've heard my concerns. I'll leave you to it.
We're all feeling the pressure. Let's have a private word in my office, Ryder. We'll discuss giving you a scout ship. I'm happy to work out the details with your associate.
Welcome to the Nexus.
I can't believe how far off track things have gone.
It's bad, but it's not over. Not yet.
Ma'am, the Hyperion's core is now online.
Let me show you something. An hour ago, that was all dark. But with the power from your ship, you're keeping the lights on. You have my vote.
And when the power runs out?
You'd best go talk to Director Tan. Make sure that doesn't happen. And don't be shy. Come see me when you have a chance.
I don't know if we're looking at the bottom or the top. So it still dips a little bit, so I'm definitely gonna have to not use my TV to record. I'll assist in recording. It just doesn't like it. I'm probably not going to read the data pads unless I think there's something interesting.
That's fine. I don't care. We know the problem is more widespread than we thought. We're working to fix it. That's all. There you are. Hope the others haven't been giving you a hard time. There's a lot that needs doing. At least with the Hyperion hooked up and feeding us power, my team and I can get more work done.
I noticed there aren't a lot of Krogan around.
You haven't spoken to number 8 yet, have you?
Number 8?
Tan. Ask him why most of my people left. He'll have opinions. I can tell you this much. When the mutiny happened, a deal was made. My clan were supposed to settle matters and in return, get more say in the initiative.
Why do you call Tan 8?
Because he was 8th in line to take over the Andromeda Initiative.
Damn,
I
they
like to
slipped
remind him of
far.
that now and then. Keep him humble.
Did the deal go through?
The clan held up their part, but Tan had a meltdown when he found out we wanted more say around here. Then Addison's assistant, Spender, pretended he never made the deal in the first place. It was
Because he's a
mess, but I don't
xenophobic
blame my
fuck.
people for walking out. We're done being used.
With your clan gone, why did you stay?
It's complicated. The station and my clan both need me here.
Okay.
What kind of work do you do as superintendent?
I was part of the team that originally designed and built this place. I keep the station functional.
It's
or as
down to
functional
like
as
45
possible,
frames just talking.
considering.
So what the fuck is going on there?
What sort of problems have you seen on the Nexus?
Situation's
no
gone to
sense.
shit pretty much sums it up. There's arcs missing. Some idiots tried to mutiny and take over, then more idiots offended my clan, so they left. And to top it all off, the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, was killed.
What happened to Gian Garson?
Killed in the Scourge disaster. Her and a bunch of the other leaders. Tan might know more.
And I thought the Hyperion had it bad when we arrived. Anything else?
course,
The
if I
outposts
switch
aren't
to
half
single
baked, we don't
monitor
have
instead of
resources
2, I
or
won't be able
people,
to
so Addison's more
know
uptight
if
than
there are
ever.
any other
And
issues
let's
like
not
this.
forget how badly the station was damaged on arrival. But that's a detail, according to some. My team and I are repairing what we can. If we don't get materials soon, things will go downhill. Fast.
We don't need to know about the
Nothing
genophage.
more for now.
Good luck out there.
So we'll deal with all the talking and shit in this episode, and then once I've talked to all the peeps, then I'll end the episode there. What? Okay, that was unexpected.
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even close to livable.
It was cool
That's
though.
been true of every world we found. Ryder, we were discussing your next expedition.
Good. I was starting to wonder who was in charge around here.
Director Addison is entitled to her opinion, and mine overrules ours.
Does she know that?
I oversee the entire initiative, and I have decided to give you a chance to prove yourself. To that end, the Scourge dealt us a serious blow. Whatever it is, our scientists theorize it's not natural.
An artificial energy cloud?
It wasn't here when we left the Milky Way, yet it rendered all the Golden Worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into, the Ket. They're obsessed with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing them. It seems murder isn't exclusive to the Milky Way. And now the challenge is to settle a world in spite of all that. This one here. Eos.
How?
You need to increase the viability of the planet so we can establish an outpost. Then we can bring more colonists out of stasis. The more colonists we have, the more resources we can gather to support the Nexus. Everything depends on it. There are 6 worlds we hope to settle.
Okay, but you said every planet you found is unlivable, so how do I...
A good Pathfinder would relish the challenge of solving it.
Right. I think I should go check on things.
Okay,
And if
okay.
I fail, I guess it's no sweat off your back, right? You'll just look for another Pathfinder?
Placing bets on people is part of my job. Some of them pay off. Others...
The way I see it, you need me. If I pull this off, maybe you'll look like the leader you pretend to be.
But first, you have to succeed at being the Pathfinder you pretend to be.
Quite the circle we
ship?
have.
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for Eos will be in the computer.
Okay.
And when you have a moment, we should discuss the missing arcs.
I was wondering about that.
Something wrong?
Ryder, please see me and Sam Node on the Hyperion. Your implant needs attention, and we need to discuss a confidential matter.
No. I'm fine.
Well, I'll just talk to him again.
Ryder, you may have a less than flattering view of me, but I want to express my condolences for your father.
I appreciate it.
I didn't know him very well, although I understand he played a key role in planning the initiative. I'm sure he'd be concerned that we still have several arcs missing.
Any idea where they went?
Nothing certain, but tens of thousands of colonists are unaccounted for. It paints the initiative in an unflattering light. Did you have some other business?
Trolls.
Sounds like the Nexus has had a rough time of it.
Publicly, I would say we're more than up for the challenge. Privately, I can tell you, it's been a disaster. The Scourge killed hundreds, many of them our senior leadership. Even the founder of the initiative, Jean Garson, is dead.
How did Jean Garson die?
With the rest of the leadership, when the Nexus hit the Scourge, a large wing of stasis pods was destroyed. They were killed instantly. These people traveled 600 years and died before they even woke up. Jean Garson never glimpsed Helios. She never saw her vision realized.
Well, that sucks.
Kandros mentioned something about hitting the Scourge. How did it play out?
Criminal elements took advantage of the emergency and preyed on people's fears. An uprising followed. We had no choice but to turn to the Krogan to deal with them. They crushed the mutiny and the criminals were banished. Exiles, we call them. I doubt we've heard the last of them. They're led by an outlaw, Sloane Kelly. She used to be one of ours.
Who is this Sloane Kelly?
She was head of security on the Nexus. She opposed the uprising at first, but eventually turned traitor and joined them. Misguided sympathy for the plight of the common citizen? Nonsense. They posed a direct threat to our existence.
There don't seem to be many Krogan around.
Good riddance. The Krogan demanded a greater say in political matters. The last place you want them involved. Their muscle, nothing more. Good for fighting and lifting heavy objects. When they didn't get what they wanted, they left.
Why don't you like the Krogan?
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species. Long ago, they waged nuclear war on one another. Their planet was decimated. My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their worst instincts.
Well, you didn't
Wasted
exactly
when their
try.
tempers to Andromeda. We'll all be dead.
You didn't. If I recall right, their people didn't exactly do much in tempering that aggression. If I recall, didn't they like promote it? I don't really need much else.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Solarian, that's the
As
name
you
I'm
pointed
looking
out,
for. I think.
We need each other.
I think they're called
Our futures
Solarian.
depend on each other's success.
Who have I got left to talk to? Nope. Nope, that's not what it was. There we go. Whoa.
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. My arms got the brunt of it.
Stuff exploding like this happen often?
Back right after the mutiny, we had a lot of this happening. But not lately.
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
Lucky. We're done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
What is there to be paranoid about?
We've had 3 malfunctions in the past.
That's not good. Sorry. Understatement.
Yeah. And now I have more repairs.
Did you talk to security about this?
How can I? For all I know, someone in security is the one doing this. I've scanned all the potential sabotage areas I can think of. But I don't know who to trust anymore.
Sounds like a lot went down before the Hyperion docked.
Yeah, I guess. Wait. That's it. You can't possibly be involved in this. You weren't even here during the mutiny. Would you, if you have time? Maybe you could help me. If they start hitting critical systems.
Sure thing. What can I do?
If you could scan these other panels while I fix this one. I've sent the locations to your honor. Just send me the data when you're done.
Okay. Don't need that.
Find out why. Be careful.
All personnel, be aware of any suspicious activity. Security is on heightened alert.
Hello.
I know that look. The others bent your ear, did they?
Something like that?
You get used to it. Just focus on being a Pathfinder. Can't argue with results, though they'll try. Anyway, welcome to Militia HQ. Excuse the mess. This office fields militia work, Nexus security, and looking for the Turian Ark.
What's the word on the Turian Ark?
Scattered readings. Some indicate the Natanus was destroyed, others that people are alive. Who knows? If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
What do you know about the enemies we've encountered? The Ket.
We usually see them on worlds with those alien structures. The Ket don't take kindly to anyone studying them. Not sure why. They don't talk to us. Every time we cross paths, there's a fight or they take prisoners.
Why? What do they want?
No one knows. But I've seen their weaponry and what they do to those prisoners. I want them a long, long way from the Nexus.
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
I was tired of being the good one.
The good one?
The Kandros family is old military. There were expectations, you know? Then my sister became a sculptor and cousin Irene went pirate on Omega. Everyone was proud that I stayed in service. but I kept wondering,
Nyreen.
when do I get my adventure? Jen Garson's dream was so grand, so gutsy, I had to be part of it.
Was Nyreen part of the DLC? Sounds familiar.
You talk like you weren't part of the leadership. How did you end up commanding the militia?
I was escorting a prospecting team on some moon when those Ket found us. They penned us like cattle for experiments. I managed to get loose, snatched a gun, and freed the others. By the time we killed the bastards and headed back to warn the Nexus, everyone looked at me like I was in charge.
That sounds familiar.
The militia grew from there.
Ah, she is too.
Once the heat is on, all kinds of people rise.
Yeah, she's the one from the Omega DLC. Yeah, how about that? I don't think I noticed that the first time I played this.
Are the other Turians managing okay?
So. We're not good at sitting around in a crisis. Service before self gets drummed into us at boot camp. That's probably why so many of us are in the militia. We like to earn our citizenship, whatever galaxy we're in. But it's hard to focus with our arc missing.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Man, I feel sorry for what happens to them because their world gets super
This console
fucked.
reports on the militia's current strike team missions, Pathfinder.
Just wrong.
Please
Just
speak
wrong.
with Tyrion Kandros for authorization to participate.
It's not right. It's not fair.
What's wrong?
Oh my, you're... So it's true. A Pathfinder has found us. There's hope at last. Maybe you could help. You're impartial. This whole thing has gotten so political. My husband, he's locked up and slated for exile for a crime he didn't commit.
What exactly was he convicted of?
They don't exile you for petty theft. Well, maybe this bunch would. They say it's murder. They're calling him the first murderer in Andromeda, but the dead man was his friend. He wouldn't have. There are witnesses and evidence, but it's all circumstantial. At worst, it was an accident. His name is Nilken Rensis. He could give you the details if you were willing to speak with him. Please.
Okay.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure the jail... Please, tell Nilken I love him.
Ugh, being sick sucks.
The planet was toxic. What if they store oxygen in porous tissue, like Quiro's rockfish?
I still reckon they had breather gear stowed in that armor.
Perhaps both.
You must be the Pathfinder. Wonderful. You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr.
Professor Hewitt, my colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
What fields do you study?
Eric's into life sciences. I do planetary geology, oceanography, rocks and runoff. Aradana's the space and math whiz.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
They do get a real workspace if I recall. Yeah, we'll talk to that bitch later. Yes.
Please be advised, the Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
And this one.
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the Saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay. You can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel. Scanning power junction relays. This panel is malfunctioning. Without more data, I cannot determine if this is a normal malfunction or sabotage.
I'll just
Scan and
disable
trace
power to the
wiring
panel until
locate
Raj
the
can
panel
check
that
it
the
out.
Saboteur used.
Up high.
Pathfinder, I received the data from Sam. It really is sabotage.
Any idea as to who it might be?
All right.
Oh, well, I guess I cut him off.
To who?
To whom? And your goddamn father.
Bitch.
Sorry, my face is tired from dealing with everything. And right now, I just want to know what happened with Alec.
I don't want to get into it. Things went wrong. And now I'm the one you have to deal with.
Alec Ryder wouldn't accept that kind of ultimatum. Damned if I will. We'd never have left home if we... Not home. The Milky Way. This is home. This mess. We don't have a lot of options, Ryder. Maybe you'll prove your father right. After 14 months of failed colonization, forgive me if I don't hold my breath.
Don't care.
Excuse me, Director
Ryder? Ryder, we're starving here. If we don't get a foundation of outposts to feed the initiative, we might as well be 600 years dead. Alec promised a lot. None of it panned out. That's what you're up against. Why people won't trust you. Why I don't trust you.
'Cause
Prove
you're
me
a
wrong.
bitch. Fuck you.
Please be advised that Hyperion docking procedures are now complete.
Alright, that's elsewhere. I remember now.
That's the console for our strike teams.
What are they?
Assault and extraction squads. When we need the best, I have Apex, combat experts who've signed up to defend us. Since you have a front row view of the cluster, I can give you authority to dispatch them.
What situations should they handle?
Protecting civilian outposts, holding key positions, or just distracting the Ket. Authorization complete. Good luck out there.
And I got tons of loot from shit tons of time just using my phone to send them out on stuff. But I'll deal with that another time. Once I got my own ship in a whole different episode.
Pathfinder Ryder, here to see Nilk and Rensis.
Ah, our murderer. Wife's here all the time. Guess she told you her sob story. Nilfgaard, you're moving up in the world. There's a Pathfinder wanted to chat with you.
Man, Tyrians have such nice looking armor.
Pathfinder, huh? They called in the big guns to exile Andromeda's first murderer.
I'm not here to exile you. Told your wife I'd look into things.
At this point, it's too late. They found me guilty.
Why don't you tell me what happened?
I was part of the futile effort to set up a colony on Eos. We were on our last legs, overrun by hostiles, our leader dead. The security chief, Reynolds, my friend, he refused to call for evacuation. I argued with him. Everyone saw.
So when he was killed, people assumed you did it?
For good reason. He ordered us to regroup and counterattack. We were moving through a sandstorm. I saw movement, thought it was the Ket, and I guess I panicked and fired. A witness saw the chief's chest explode.
Sounds like an accident.
That's what I told them, but I was enraged when we argued. There's a recording. It's ugly. Everyone's certain I did it on purpose so we could evacuate. Only my word otherwise.
I'll check out the evidence. Maybe something doesn't add up.
It'd be nice to have someone with an open mind looking at it. You're a Pathfinder. I'm sure Kandros would give you access. Maybe there's still hope.
Alright, I think I'll do the rest of the station in another episode, so I hope people enjoyed. Later.